Here, selfishly, and we don't mean to say this, and we're going to wrap this up real soon, so we're going to bring Rod up here. Selfishly, one of the things that's really driving us right now, we talked earlier about our friends at ICJI, and we've had a great relationship and continue to have a great relationship with them. For years, they've been bucking NHTSA, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, because NHTSA pretty much says if it has two wheels, it's a motorcycle. They've said that for years. So mopeds, scooters, motocross bikes, off-road, oftentimes gets lumped into our numbers. So fatality numbers for motorcycles is not just street motorcycles out there. It oftentimes is this other stuff. ICJI for years has said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to carve them out. Finally, NHTSA sort of bullied them into it. So in Indiana now, our numbers include those. And regrettably, Dan, as of, where are we? As of November 1, how many fatalities do we have statewide?
130.
130. That's up from last year at 121. So we're already over last year's. However, that does include how many motorized bicycles?
We doubled.
We went from 7 to 16 or 8. 16 of those are mopeds. So if you take those out, our numbers are 114, which last year, even if you take out the 7 mopeds that were in there, we're even. But it's going to look like a substantial jump, especially in light of all the other motor vehicles going down. Part of that's due to safer crashing, part of it's due to gas prices, but we're going to see a drop in all those others. So what's that do? Focuses everybody on, oh, those motorcycles, they're unsafe. And that's going to be hard for us to fight. So we've got to make sure that we're doing something to try to regulate these, and if we're going to get, it's kind of double jeopardy, because the cleanest way to try to put a handle on motorcycle safety is not just the number of fatalities. Because hell, a state like Indiana may have 100 fatalities, and a state like California may have 300. What does that mean? California's a bigger state, right? A lot more motorcycles, a lot more exposure, the weather's different. So that's not a fair comparison. The best way to put a handle on it is the ratio of fatalities to registered motorcycles. That way you know how many are out there, and if it's a percentage that way. It's a ratio. It's not just a number, it makes some sense. Here's the problem. If we get tagged with the fatalities for these units, but they're not registered, what does that mean?
Get a higher percentage.
Yeah, it dramatically drives up the percentage, because we don't even know how many of those units are out there. So there are a number of reasons to do this. One, it's the right thing. It needs updated, it needs addressed. The others, we're getting tagged with them anyway, so we might as well do something about it positively to balance it out. And it's going to come whether we do it or not. So those are all things we're going to be looking at legislatively. We'll be happy to talk to you about it more, because again, it's probably the most important thing we do. And we're going to need your help. Mike is trying to make sure that you're all involved, keep you updated, get your folks involved, get the phone trees working, so if something happens quickly, we can motivate the forces. Our grassroots lobby is what makes us strong. It's not 1 or 2 guys going to the State House, although we have some incredible guys going to the State House. It's the threat of 30,000 people. Go to your third House meetings on Saturday mornings at the local diner, where your legislator, your local senator, and your local representative meet with the farmers and the old ladies. Be one of those people. Wear an ABATE shirt like that. So you're sitting across the, oh, that's that ABATE guy. Harley Klopfenstein does this in White County, and they know who he is. And they expect to see him sitting in that chair at that table every Saturday that there's a third House meeting. Let them know we're watching. That's how we'll be successful. It's very important. Get involved. Get your people involved.
Yesterday, Jay took me to the Operation Pullover. He wears a coat and tie and these lizard skin pants. I'm dressed like this, and everybody else is in coats and ties. I fit in.
They thought he was a narc.
I was packing a gun, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, I want to leave you with one last thing, and I'm just going to paraphrase. I'm not going to have it exactly right, but just remember one thing. No man's life, liberty, or property are safe as long as the legislature's in session. Have a good time.